See what I just undid there? Just finish up the roll. Now it's time for sword fights. Yes. But oh, I've done poorly. Well, darn. Darn. How did we not all just light on fire is the question. Hello, everybody. I have my Cheers shirt on because it's nearly Christmas and I have some things I have to do today. We've got some things to wrap. Remember back, we wrapped all the kids' presents and Marky's presents. And then we've already done our Christmas, which I can link that video at the end if you haven't seen it, how we kind of switched up our Christmas tradition this year. But we still have 2 more Christmases to celebrate with Marcus's side of the family, my side of the family. So I wanted to get those presents wrapped because that starts in just a few days and I probably should get those presents wrapped. But I also have kind of something fun that I wanted to do. You know how sometimes you just take some oranges and you make fun decorations. So I thought maybe what I would do is, see my table right here? We're gonna sit here and eat for Christmas, and I'm gonna cut some branches off of the tree outside. Where's my evergreens? Okay, can you, there they are, they're over there. But I've got some little clippers, I thought I'd clip those. I already bought some candles, and they're little votives, and then I thought I would dry some oranges. It takes several hours, it says. So I think if we get that started now, then we can go wrap presents and it'll be great. Yes, okay. I've never done it before, but I think it could be lots of fun. So we just need some oranges and parchment paper, a pan. I've already got the oven set at 200. I think it's gonna be fun. Let's do it. I think this will be easy and feel very festive, don't you? Let's see how thin we can get them. Ooh, I think that's nice and thin. Hey, did any of you used to put candles in your tree when you were a kid? I recall real candles in our tree when I lived in Germany. How did we not all just light on fire is the question. I hope these are thin enough. What say you? That's very thin. Oh, these smell amazing. That one's rather thick. Ooh. Actually, don't mind the halvesies over here. That would be nice too. Good. Oh, you smell so wonderful. I think just one more will fit. Okay, I had planned to make a bunch, but you know what? While I can get another pan, I think this will be fine. These are getting thicker as I'm cutting. Come on, Megan. These are gonna take forever to dry if you're not careful. Beautiful. What if I turn on convection? Can I do that? Put on my convection oven? Convert recipe, yes. It lets me do it, excellent. Okay, so we're just gonna let those twirly whirl down there and do their thing, and then we'll come back and check on them. I think it's gonna be kind of like a lot of hours. That makes me feel like I should put more in there, but I really don't think I need much more. I'll regret it, but it's fine. I can live with it. Marky, are you ready for the Christmas celebrations?
Yes.
You're very excited?
I'm very excited.
Lots of people?
Now we have, how many left? 2?
2 left,
2.
plus dinners in between.
Mm-hmm.
And then there will be the post-Christmas, which I don't know what that will entail, but something.
Post-Christmas?
Actually, it's a birthday after that.
Oh, okay.
Coffee's ready. Birthday party celebration after that for Ezra. He's turning 10 this year. And then 4 birthdays in January for the fam.
It's going to be a busy week.
Yes, it is. Prepare yourselves. That's why we're getting it done. That's why we're drying oranges. Or when you have a lot to do, you should dry oranges. It's the only way to go. Remember when I showed you guys all the things I got for all the fam? And I was like, we're gonna wrap it all tonight. And then I didn't wrap it all tonight. Well, now it's several weeks later and we've got to wrap the rest of the stuff. So yeah, let's do it. If you're my family, this is your note. Look away. I'll have to tell you why that present, that first one I showed you, was already wrapped. Okay. I absolutely could not believe that some of you said in your family, hold on, let's turn the more lights on. You have a tradition of buying a roll of wrapping paper and only doing one present with that roll. I mean, that would be a gajillion, magillion rolls. I can't fathom it. I still have this one. I thought I was gonna finish it. Remember that huge box I wrapped for the girls' playhouse? Still didn't use it. I did buy another one though, and this has Elf on it. Just love him. Buddy the Elf. We have the teeniest tiny bit of this. And then of course we have stuff where we can put it in a Christmas bag. Come on down and see. We have a few things to talk about while we're wrapping today. First of all, I went by the jewelry store. The jewelry store where Marcus got my ring, I didn't pick it out at all, has very limited hours, typically until just the few weeks of December, because supposedly people still really like to buy their engagement rings and jewelry, lots of jewelry, around this time. So I didn't know if the whole buying engagement rings at Christmas time was still a thing, and it is a thing. So anyway, I wanted to get my ring cleaned. I don't typically wear my ring, but I've been wearing it more. I have like a silicone one, just because this one can get some lotion in it, and it has scratched people, even though I've had the prongs kind of fixed on it. It hasn't scratched anybody in many years, but I still wear my silicone one quite a bit. And all that to tell you. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for my ring to get cleaned, and I'm talking to one of the owners, I believe. And he said that a lot of people are not asking the dads, like the men are not asking the dads first if they can marry the daughters. And I thought, really? Okay. Well, you know, new world, life is changing. I wondered how many of you that was something that you did. Marcus did ask my dad if he could marry this old broad. And I actually really appreciated that, because I just didn't want to be a ding dong, and I wanted the blessing of my dad. I just thought that was important for me, but some people don't think it's important, or maybe they don't have that kind of a relationship with their dad. So I understand. What are your thoughts on that? I would love to know. Georgie dog, out you go. Oh, stepping on the paper. Come on now. Also, I really need to talk about Downton Abbey. You guys told me to watch it, so I've been watching it, and I'm getting through it actually kind of at a quick pace. There is so much going on. I think I'm on season 4 right now. I'm getting to the end of season 4, I believe. If you've seen it, I don't want to give anything away, but let me tell you what, my mind was blown. I have cried, I have been happy, I've been sad, I've been all the things in the show. These are my friends now. And I'm going to get to the end of this series, and I'm going to just cry. You told me to watch the movies. There's 2 of them. I will be watching those. There's no questioning that. I may have even saw that there were some talks of maybe more happening, like making more of Downton Abbey here in 2024. But I don't know. I didn't look at the sources very well, so I don't know if that is a thing or not. But I really need everything that I love. I just need it to keep going. I don't like it when it stops. It makes my heart so sad. I really do. I get like attached to everybody, and I think you are my people. Oh, I've done poorly. Well, darn. Darn. Okay. That's unfortunate. Well, we can't use that. That's okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll gently, ever so gently pull that off, and we'll put it on something else. No worries. We'll do it on this. So yes, Downton Abbey has become, you know, a fan favorite in my heart. I literally talk about it everywhere I go. I was at the eye doctor yesterday. My eyes are great, by the way. And they were talking about, there have been all these eye emergencies yesterday, and my doctor said, wow, I haven't had this in so long, where there's so many things going on with people's eyes in one day. It's crazy. He goes, your eyes are healthy. I'm really glad. So anyway, I said, oh, have you seen Downton Abbey? When the cook gets her eye situation. And so we had a chat about that because he had seen Downton Abbey. And I'm like, see, I can bring Downton Abbey to just about every conversation. So then I was at the eye doctor again today for my girls. We weren't able to get our appointments scheduled right by each other. Anyway, then I'm starting talking to the lady at the front about, you know, Downton Abbey. I'm like, oh, okay. Clearly I have fallen in love with this show. Can't help myself. It's just too wonderful. All right. There she goes. And then we need ourselves, do we have a pen? Hopefully that's still here. And it's not. Ah. Okay, I'll go get one. Boom. Numero 2. I feel like we've got to whip out the old Buddy the Elf. I'd like to see some Home Alone paper, if you ask me. Last night we watched the Santa Claus. That was our little treat. We had popcorn and apple slices and Hershey Kisses and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups that really I need to use those for baking, but we just needed it. We needed to have it, and so we done did. It's crazy how these movies from the 90s they just hit you. And then what was the other one I watched? With the, it was like an old movie. The guy was a bishop. Is it called The Bishop's Wife? Maybe The Bishop. I did finish watching that one, and I thought it was lovely, and I'm so glad I watched it. The Holiday Inn, I haven't finished it. I think because when you see White Christmas, Bing Crosby's in that one, and it just, my brain is having a hard time, like, I don't know, carrying over to this other thing. I don't know. It's okay. It's not, everybody's talented. Everybody's wonderful. It's just, it's not doing it for me. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. Beautiful. Okay, the gift wrap tape is not my favorite. It's a little too, it keeps falling in on itself and then sticking to me, or it won't rip very nice. That's a no thank you, but are we gonna continue using it? Oh yeah. It'll get the job done, just not my fave. I think this one will go very nice in a jingle bell, but we've got to get rid of the old tags because that's not cute. That one had a tag from last year on it, but yet it didn't really seem used. How strange. Well, we certainly can't have that. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, I know there's one more. For this batch at least. So, is it tall enough? It's tall enough. She's gonna fit. Oh, this one will be so nice. There's a little bit of green by the H and the different letters, and they're dots, so this will be perfect. Did anybody used to get their Christmas presents in newspaper like I did when I was a wee one? This one's gonna need a lot of padding because it's going to fall over, and you know it. So we're just gonna have the most fun that we can. And then we're gonna fill it in. Oh, perfect. Okay. Fill it in, fill it in. La, 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 la. Jingle bells, that smells okay. There she goes. Let's write a tag on it though so we don't forget. I think that's all of the presents for the coming Christmas Sunday celebration. So now we're gonna move them out of the way so that we can wrap for the second Christmas celebration. Okay. All right. This is kind of on the smaller side, so that makes me want to put it in something bigger. But you know what? It's for my dad, which means I want to wrap it because the more work he has to do to open it, the better. That's really, oh, did you see what I just undid there? Just finish up the roll. Now it's time for sword fights. Yes! Hallelujah! It is a bit wide for my liking. Maybe not. I've spoken too soon. This one's gone too long. Why'd you do it? Now, this one, here's what happened, okay? If you were with us earlier in our What I Got Everybody for Christmas video, I got my sister a sweater, 2 sweaters, and I realized they were not the right size. So I returned them, but upon returning them and going through and looking for them in the right size, I found a sweater that I wanted. And so with Marky's blessing, he bought me the sweater that I then bought. Does that make any sense? So when the package came, I said, now the green one is for me and the other 2 are for my sister. And he didn't catch that. And so he brought it down and gave me all of the things. And I said, no, these aren't for me. Those are for my sisters. The green one is for me. I picked out the green one for myself, thank you. So anyway, he bagged it up. And then I said, wait a minute, I have so many bags here. I don't think you got me that many things, did you? And so then I rehashed the whole situation and he said, oh, no. So, all that to say that I'm going to just redo a bit here. I like to take the price tags off. It's just my ways. These are so amazingly soft, like crazy amazing soft. There's a little something here that I'm not liking though. You can't be having a snafu before you've even gotten it together. Oh my word, they're so cozy. And then I have it in this lovely color. This one has buttons on the front. I couldn't show you this in my What I Got People for Christmas video because it was in a plastic bag and I knew I was gonna return it, so I didn't want to give it all out. But anyway, I think she'll really like them. Oh my word, these are so cozy. How did they do it? Way to go. Oh, and here's the sweater. I'll show you that one. Oh, that looks cozy. Yes, okay. So, how do I want to do this? I guess I'll do this one in here. This one, okay, the bag that it was originally in, it's going back into that bag. Oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna just put these at the bottom now. Kind of keep it fluffed up.
Roll on Christmas time, where the sleigh bells ring and the kids all sing and plan what Santa is gonna bring. As all the church bells chime, roll on Christmas Day, see the holly grow in the falling snow. We all kiss under that mistletoe and say, hey, roll on Christmas.
I don't know why I like this one so much. I just really do. But I want them to be able to see like the inside because I think it looks nice. And how about I do that with the sleeves too? Because it looks so good. I love it. And I don't want them to miss it because when you open it at first you'll be like, oh, okay. Oh. It's the inside that counts. So it's on the inside. Okay. Beautiful. And the gnomes, that'll make you happy, won't it?
We sing of magical stars that shine so bright. Yeah, roll on.
All right, and then the last one, I think, is going to be this box behind me. Think Uncle James can get the elf paper? Yes? Surely he'll love it. Oh my word, it doesn't fit again. Ah! Okay, let's try this way. Maybe. Buddy, I need you to give me your magic. I can't get this sweet little box to fit in anything. Oh, just barely. Thank you, buddy.
Roll on Christmas time, where the sleigh bells ring and the kids all sing and plan what Santa is gonna bring. As all the church bells chime, roll on Christmas Day, see the holly grow in the falling snow. We all kiss under that mistletoe and say, hey, roll on Christmas Day.
And can you believe it? It's the very last tag. And all I have to do is write a name on it if I can find the marker. And now it's done. It is complete. All of the gifts, 100%, are now officially wrapped. High five to us. Are your presents wrapped? Are they under the tree? Have you bought them? Are you buying any? There's so many questions. Oh, okay. Lovely, lovely. We have to go check on our oranges, don't we? It was smelling amazing. I had to run down there a minute ago and it was just an orangey, citrusy, and I loved it. Ooh, it is an orange heaven in here. Look at that. Let's flip them over. I guess that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Are you making meat pies?
No, not meat pies. These are oranges. Oh, mini pies? No. So, oh yeah, they're definitely starting to dry out. Not enough quite yet. Oh, they're little orange slices of heaven. Beautiful. Okay, so it's been in there 2 hours and it's gonna be in there a lot longer. You just keep on keeping on, buddy. You're doing great. It smells so amazing. 3 hours. Let's see where we're at with the deal, huh? Ooh, it's getting more and more dry. Oh, yes. So this really is low and slow. It's, I don't know, maybe another hour or so. I think the convection oven was really a good touch. It keeps the air flowing very nice. Let's put them in for another hour. It looks a bit pitiful under the tree, doesn't it? Look at that blue light. Not very many things, but there will be many more just in a few days. Ooh, this lighting is scary. What is on my wall? Okay, it's probably from the chair. Made a mark. Whew, it is late. Well, 6:30. But I just feel like I've been going. We had an eye appointment this morning for the girls at 7:20 in the morning. Ah! What was my former self thinking when they were making that appointment? I don't know. The kids are usually up, but wow, that was early. So anyway, we've just been going. And I've just been thinking about this thing over and over the last like couple weeks, and I can't stop thinking about it. It's just like how grateful I am. And the kids, we have some kids over, neighbors, we switch like date nights, and so they're having a date night and they have a company Christmas party, and so the kids are all playing and they're screaming and they're playing and they're having fun, and I don't know, I just feel like incredibly grateful and feel like I've been able to enjoy and appreciate what I have. And I can't say that I've always felt that way and that I've always been able to enjoy. I know there were times in the past where I'd say, I just want to be happy. I know that I have good things, but like, all of the turmoil that was inside of me just made it hard to really sit back and enjoy it. And this year, these last months, maybe even, it's like the ability to sit back and enjoy has been there. And Marcus and I talk all the time, just, wow, we're so grateful. We have such a beautiful life. We have children that are doing well and they're healthy, and we've got everything that we need, and we're taken care of, and, we have a good family, and we've built this new life at this church that we're going to, and it's taken a lot of years really to find our place there. I was at the same church for 15, 17 years. And then, we've come to a new church now and been there for about 3.5 years. And it's taken a long time to find our place. And I feel like I have found my place there, and I'm connecting with people, and then even our neighbors, connecting with them. So I've always wanted to have that feeling of like, my kids grew up with the neighbors and they've been friends since they were little, and it's really taken time to get to that point and to have these friends that they can just go over and play with. And I think there's still more growth to be had, but I've been able to kind of connect with the moms of the kids, and that's been really fun too. I don't know, it's just been good, and the kids have been spending more time just playing, and I don't know, I feel like my heart is just really full, and shock and awe, I might just cry about it. Who have I become? My goodness, I never used to cry about anything. Now I'm just like an emotional old hag. No, I'm not an old hag. I'm an emotional mama. I feel grateful, and there's been so much time even when the kids wake up in the morning or as they're going to bed at night, and I picked up my 12-year-old. He'll hate that I told you this, and I was holding him like a baby. He didn't like it. Well, maybe he liked it, I don't know. And I was rocking him. I was like, oh, when you were a baby, I used to just hold you and rock you all the time and kiss you. And he's like, and I feel like we've had more time to connect. And it's like my heart just feels really, really full. And I feel so grateful. And I hope that whatever circumstance you're in and whatever part of life that you have some things to be grateful for and some things to look at and say, wow, like I really am blessed. And I know, looking back on even the times in my life that were incredibly hard, because there were so many years and decades maybe that just felt really hard. And we've talked about that here, and even more than what we talked about, there's been struggles and difficulties. And I can look back on those times and see like the kindness and the goodness of God, and how he would supply, and maybe somebody would, bring something really thoughtful. Even, my friends, when we were all having young babies, they would drop clothes off and we'd switch clothes, and you'd think just about the moment that you need some winter boots or something, a friend would come over and say, hey, my kids grew out of these boots, do you need them? And you're just thinking, wow, thank you so much. Like, I didn't know how I was gonna make that happen. Or somebody brought food for you when times were kind of hard, or maybe you just had a baby, or somebody offered a kind word or wanted to come help with something. And I just think even in my darkest times, and while I have no notion that the world will be perfect from here on out and nothing will ever go wrong, I just think even in your dark times, even in the dark times to come, there's been so much good in the midst of it all. And I look at even COVID time and thinking about the difficulties during COVID. We couldn't go anywhere. Marcus was off work for 11 weeks during that time. I had a baby. I got pregnant before the whole COVID thing, but I had a baby during COVID. And just grateful that Marcus could be in the room with me, because I had friends that had a baby before we did a few months, and they pretty much said, you can come in, but if you ever have to leave this room, to go to your car or whatever, you can't come back. So you better have everything that you want if you're going to be with your wife while she has her baby. And all the things that were just troublesome or difficult, there's always been good in the midst of all of that. And I am just so reminded lately to take time to enjoy and to take things slow. And, I don't know, just to remember the good things and to hold my babies close and connect with Marcus and find the joy in the church family that's been growing around me, and the conversations that I get to have, and meeting people out and about. I don't know. It's just been beautiful, and I'm so grateful for it. I almost feel like, why don't I start journaling? I need to start writing stuff down again. I'm not a big journaler. Anybody into that? A good reminder, of all the good and all the things that have really sustained in the midst of life being hard or good. And does it all make sense? Is it making sense to you? So as I hear my kids, even this Christmas season, Nola was watching Home Alone. I was up here editing. We've watched Home Alone like a million times, but it was her first time watching it this holiday season. And she was belly laughing, and I could hear her all the way upstairs while I was editing. And I stopped editing and I just listened to her laugh. It was so sweet. And the kids have talked about how much they loved that she just laughed and laughed and laughed and thought it was so funny. I don't know. It's the sweet things, right? It's the small things that I hope years to come, we're going to remember that. We're all going to look back and go, oh, do you remember when Nola first watched Home Alone? She thought it was so funny. I don't know. It's sweet. It's been a very sweet time. I even feel sweet toward my dog, George. Everything he does, I'm like, oh, George is so cute. He just is extra cute. I don't know why. It's just good times. So the wrapping is done, my friends. The oranges, they're not done. I put them in for another 2 hours. It's going to be 5 hours at this point. I had no idea that oranges were this involved. Oh, my word. And the kids are playing with their friends. I think they're going to be leaving soon, which I kind of feel sad about. They've been having so much fun, but they're having some popcorn and some apples. Oh man, Snap apples from Costco. You guys have got to try those. They were so good. I don't know if they have Snapdragon apples is what they're called. Marcus even said, he goes, these are like the best apples I've ever had. They were quite delicious, I will say. And they're having some strawberries. And if I didn't need the Hershey Kisses for some peanut butter blossoms this weekend, I would probably give them the rest of those. I might still give it to them and then just go buy more. Because then I get some too, right? So anyway, cheers to you, my friends. And there's more. We're going to do more Christmasing, so I hope you'll come back. But I hope you're doing well, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me. It was kind of a chill day, getting things done. But you have an amazing day, amazing night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I will talk with you very soon. Bye, guys. Toodaloo.